What we do here is go back.
First, I'm going to start off with my MAC paint pot. As always, we are going to prime our lids just to make sure that our eyeshadows stay on all day and that they are nice and smooth and they blend really well together. So I'm taking that on a synthetic brush and I'm packing that onto my lid and then I'm blending it out with my finger. I feel as if this technique works a little bit better because the paint pot can get a little patchy on me. Then the first color I'm going in with is from the Anastasia Artist Palette, and this is the color Buttery, and honestly, this is the best name for this color because it is like butter. It goes on so smooth. I'm just using this to set that paint pot so our eyeshadows blend out a little bit easier. Then I'm going to add some tape to the outer corners. I usually don't do this, but I feel like I wanted a really nice sharp look. And then I'm going in with two transition colors. The first one is Orange Soda by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is just a very light wash of color and really you could probably do without this, but I wanted to make a nice gradient between the colors. I'm using a Sonia Kashuk blending brush for this as well. And then I'm going to go in with Max Rule. Now this is an orangey color. It's not super orange, but you can definitely build it up to make it look very intense. I love this color for the transition crease shade. I just think it looks really nice in there. And honestly, I'm so happy that I brought this color with me because it turned out perfect. So I'm just taking that in the crease and I'm building it up, and then halfway through I go in with a Sephora Pro crease brush, which is a little bit of a fluffier brush, and I like to make sure that my edges are nice and soft and blend it out. And then I will go back in and build up that color. Now this color is Max Orange. This is a pro color, I believe, so you can only get it in pro stores or online. And I'm going to be taking that same Sonia Kashuk brush and I'm going to be applying that to the outer V of my crease. And I'm sorry if my voice is cracking, but I just woke up. So I'm applying that to the outer portion of my crease and I'm going to be blending that into the crease and a little bit on my lid. This is one of those colors that I started out very lightly with because I wasn't sure how intense I wanted it to be, but it ended up looking really good, so I just built up the color as I went along. And then I went in with a Sigma E40 brush and I just blended it out and blended those three colors together so they looked nice and seamless. And of course, like I said, I built this up and I went back in a couple of times just to make sure that the color was nice and intense. You could always place your lid color on and then go back in and blend up the crease a little bit more, but I decided to just do it all at once. And then as I said before, going back in with the Sephora Pro crease brush, I like to blend all of my transition colors together to make sure they're nice and soft. For the lid color, I'm going in with Phresh from the Anastasia Artist Palette, and I'm going to be taking my NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk, placing that on my lid, and then blending it out with my finger. I don't think you need this, but I wanted to make sure that the color was very intense, so this is what I thought would make it intenser. So I'm taking that color and I'm just going to pack it onto my lid. Really no technique to this, it's just a very simple look, I guess you can say. Not simple as in color, but simple as in technique wise. So I'm just blending that all over my lid and blending it into the orange so we have a nice transition between the orange and the yellow. Then I'm going back in with a smaller brush and I'm going to really pack that color on. I definitely go back in later and pack more color on because sometimes we lose a lot of color after we start blending. For liner, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Waterproof Cream Liner in Jet Black. And this is a Sonia Kashuk angled liner brush. I'm not really sure if they have like numbers or anything, But I love this brush. This had made my eyeliner go on so easy, and I just can't believe it. So I love this, love, love, love this brush. To start off the face, I'm using the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and I'm going to place this all over my face. I was going to use the Hourglass Primer, but this is kind of the same thing, but just at a cheaper price. Then I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever HD foundation. I realized that I did not record a clip for this, so you guys know the drill already though. So I'm just placing that on my face with a foundation brush. I've been finding this technique a little bit easier for me, I guess you can say. It just packs on all of the color, and then I can go in with my beauty blender and blend it all out. I'm not really sure if this makes a difference between putting it on my face and then putting it on the beauty blender, but I definitely feel like I don't waste a lot of product when I do it this way. I'm just going to blend that all over my face. I did put on 2 layers of it just because I felt like the first layer was a little bit patchy. Then I'm going in with my Boo Boo Cover Up Concealer, one of my favorite concealers that I've ever gotten in my life. It's really, really good, and it's like the perfect color for highlighting. So I'm placing that underneath my eyes, my chin, my forehead, and of course down my nose. And then I placed it around my nose area and then my lip and Cupid's bow. And of course I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm blending that out because we need to blend this out, girl. I love using the beauty blender to blend out concealer just because I feel like it does a really nice job and it comes out super flawless every single time. I find that this concealer does not crease on me as much, and I was using the NYX HD one. I was trying it out and I feel like it was creasing a lot on me, but this one is perfect. To set that, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Banana Powder, and of course I always set my concealer with this because it's amazing, and pretty much that's it. So I'm placing it underneath my eyes, where basically anywhere I put concealer. So my chin, my forehead, down my nose, just anywhere. And to set my foundation, which I don't normally do, I'm going to be using this Milani face powder, and I'm just going to be giving myself a light wash of setting powder just because I felt like I was a little oily this day. Now to go underneath the eyes, we are going to be smoking out that lash line with the orange, and I'm just taking a mixture of the Rule and orange from MAC, and I'm just placing that underneath my eyes. The first color that I put on there was just the Rule, but I felt like it wasn't dark enough, so I'm going back in with a Sigma E25 brush and just blending that out. The key to a good seamless look is to make sure that your lower lash line is very well blended out, and I know sometimes I have a problem of not blending it out enough, and I think I do, so yeah. Then I'm going to take that same yellow color, Phresh, from the Artist Palette, and I'm going to be blending that into the orange on the lower lash line, and then I'm going to be adding it to the inner corner, which you guys will see right here. I was going to not do this, and I was going to kind of wing it out on the inner corner, but I felt like it just was perfect to blend it into the lower lash line and then go for that rounded look in the inner corner. It just worked out a lot better. And of course, blending once again just to make sure that yellow and the orange blend together. These are Sonia Kashuk Full Glam Lashes, and I'm stacking them with the Salon Perfect Demi Wispies. I did not like the full glam lashes by themselves, so I thought stacking them would look so much better, and honestly, they look perfect. They're so full and amazing. I'm going to be coating my bottom lashes with their Real Mascara by Benefit. I hate coating my bottom lashes. They look so ugly. And then I'm going to be taking my NARS Larger Than Life eyeliner, and this is in, I wish I can remember, Bonaparte. I could be so wrong right now. I'm going to link it down below for you guys. This is going to open up our eyes a little bit more. And then, of course, I'm going to highlight with Buttery on the brow bone just because it's a really light color, and I really wanted to use this because I love it. Setting my brows with some clear brow gel just to make sure they don't go anywhere or fly off on us. And then I'm going to be taking my MAC Strip Down Lip Liner and just lining my lips. I actually already lined them and I realized I wasn't recording, so I went back and relined them. that's pretty much it. This is just your basic nude lip combo. Gonna be taking MAC's Honey Love, and I'm going to be placing that on my lips. I do this every single tutorial, guys. Every nude lip is this. I decided to put on MAC's Myth on top just to give it a very nice, like, a lighter nude effect. And then I topped it off with the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's it. And then I'm going to be taking my Becca highlighter in Opal and highlighting the tops of my cheekbones, down my nose, and then my Cupid's bow. Alright you guys, so that is it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am absolutely in love with this look. It's perfect for a summer look. It could be for a festival look. It could be for pretty much whatever you want it to be. Comment down below and let me know what you guys thought of this tutorial. Like I said, I love it. Super bright, super colorful, right up my alley. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!